Hey guys, I'm leaving for a spring bear hunt here in a couple weeks, and I'm getting my clothing ready here. I wanted to talk to you about the right clothing to wear on a spring bear hunt, and then the second part of this video I think is even more important, and that is I'm going to tell you how to really truly actually waterproof, I mean completely waterproof your rain gear. All of us have been hunting, we've been sitting on the stand in a light rain or a squall that comes through, and your rain gear works great for that. You've got good camouflage rain gear hopefully, but if you're sitting in a all-day rain or maybe 5-6 hours in the afternoon and it's a steady drizzle or a steady rain, the water starts to pool on your clothing and it starts to seep through the seams, and it can be really difficult to stay alert and stay warm when a bear comes in. So I've got a technique for like completely waterproofing your rain gear, and I'm going to show you that. So a spring bear hunt, the weather can be all over the map. Now I'm leaving in a couple weeks. I looked at the forecast, which is really too early to know for sure, but the highs are going to be in the 60s up to about 70, which means in the afternoon, when the sun goes down, it's going to probably drop into the 50s, so you're going to want a jacket to pull on even if it's warm and comfortable while you're sitting in a stand. So I've got my warm weather gear here, and you know, it's got light clothing, it's got t-shirts, it's got the light pants. This is all tartan, of course, because it's got the right colors of green and mixture of camo that I really like. It's got the lighter colors because I'll be hunting in a tree stand, so the sky will be behind me at times. This is the warm weather clothing in this tote. Now I'm just going to take the whole tote, and then I'm also going to grab a little heavier duty jacket and a heavier duty pair of pants, not like a fully insulated bibs, but a mid-weight pair of pants and a jacket that I can pull on in the evenings. And like this is actually a pair of bibs, but it's the mid-weight. I can't remember what they call this, maybe it says on there. Yeah, anyway, but this is a mid-weight, it's got a slight insulation in it, as you can see, and that's a good one to have along in case you end up with some typically colder than normal weather. Like 2 years ago, I actually got snowed on in the tree stand in the middle of the May to late May bear hunt. So I'm going to pull 2 or 3 things out of here and put them in this one and take this with me. I'm just going to take this whole warm weather tote and then add in some of this layering stuff. By the way, if you're interested in any of this high quality camouflage clothing at a price for the working man, I can offer you a 20% discount on this Huntworth clothing. Just use the code BBB-20 and you'll get 20% off when you order. You can go to huntworthgear.com, and then I get a kickback. Sorry, I got a little head cold. I get a small kickback for everything that you order that helps keep this channel going. Also, I'm going to take both leather hunting boots and rubber boots in case it's raining or maybe have to walk through water to get to the stand. And I like to wear merino wool socks throughout the entire hunt, no matter what the weather, because if it's warm and your feet sweat a little bit, the merino wool wicks the moisture away from your feet, and if it gets cold, they really help keep your feet warm. So merino wool socks, a good hat, and you know, a stocking cap or something with ear flaps on it you might want to have in your backpack, and of course a pair of gloves. So keep all those things in mind. So if you're interested in outfitting yourself with what I believe is the best bear hunting clothing, go to huntworthgear.com, use that code and save 20% and get yourself hooked up. Let's go into the issue of waterproofing your rain gear. Okay, this consists of 4 steps. So here's my rain jacket, and this is a silicone water guard waterproofing. This is made by Atsko company, and there's several other brands that are not as good. This is the only one I found that really works. It's got the orange cap. This is the one that you really want, okay? It makes a huge difference to get the right stuff. All right, now you're going to spray this right on your camouflage clothing. Okay, you see where there's seams, you're just going to soak them down good. And the back, spray it down really good. This is where the rain is going to be an issue. You got seams around the sleeves, you got seams on the hood. Really spray it down good. And when you're doing this, what you're going to be thinking is, holy smokes, this has got a really strong chemical smell. I can't believe I'm doing this to my rain gear. But really soak them down and this smell will just go away. And it takes about a day of hanging. Okay, the shoulders and the back and the hood are the most important part to get it really good. Make sure you double up on all the seams. Get 2 or 3 coats on the seams. Okay, now you're going to do the pants. And the issue with your pants is typically that the water could be puddling around where you're sitting. So you want to make sure that you get the seams on the seat of the pants and you really spray those down good. And then in your lap where the water could be puddling when you're sitting down, these are the areas that are really, really important. And you know, this is good quality rain gear, but over time, if you're sitting for hours and you're in a steady rain, you just have to realize that nothing other than pure rubber is perfectly waterproof, and you don't want to be sitting out there in pure rubber. So, like I said, this has a strong chemical smell, but if you leave it hang outside for really 24 hours, the smell will just be gone. And it's surprising how bad it smells at first, and then it's just gone. So, that's step 2, is just leave it hang. Okay, and then step 3, okay, this has actually been hanging for a couple of days, and the chemical smell is gone, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit this with scent killer spray, and I can wet it down good with this spray and then let it dry. And it's important to keep in mind I'm not trying to eliminate the smell of the waterproofing at this point. I'm minimizing the amount of scent, of human scent, that escapes from the clothing when I'm wearing it. And I know this is a lot of trouble to go through, but I'm telling you, if you find yourself sitting for hours in a steady rain, you will be so glad you did this, because you'll be so much more comfortable. Once again, don't forget to use that code if you want to order some Huntworth clothing from huntworthgear.com. And I thank you for watching this video, and we'll see you next week.